Welcome, beautiful viewers, to another episode of the Olamide Show with Olele. As always, it's promises to be fun, fantastic, interesting, revealing, entertaining, and educating. And on this episode, we have two special guests in the house. They will be sitting with me as we trash out a very sweet and nice topic. Thank you very much. Welcome to the show, Olamide Charles and Abisola. Let's have you guys here today.
Thank you so much for having me.
Okay, we already have a topic down, so we'll be treating how to know a good medium. So I'm going to start from the man in the house. How would you identify a good man? What would you tell, or what would you tell as a good woman?
Well, for me, even though rather than ladies went first, rather than giving the woman the opportunity to say what she thinks is good.
I want to say so she can kind of defend.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I feel like before we start to talk about who a good woman is, we must define what good actually is. For me, in my own books, I believe that good is very elusive. That means that good can actually be bad to somebody else and good to another person in layman's terms. So for me, I would rather say that a good woman first begins with what you intend to achieve as your life's purpose. That is the premise upon which you start defining who and what a good woman can be. So for instance, if I am aiming to become like a very renowned boxer, what I would define a good woman to be might be very different from somebody else who probably wants to become maybe a teacher or a doctor, call a good woman. So I rather that I start by saying that a good woman is largely predicated on what a human intends to do or intends to achieve with their lifetime on earth, and that will now determine what characteristics they look out to as either good or bad in the woman who intend to spend their life's journey.
Wow, that was amazing. Down to the female in the house, Abisola. Last week, when we got on this topic out, someone said something. Was like, does it mean a good woman looks a certain way, or does she act a certain kind of way, or is it the blend of the two?
Okay, now get your question.
Yeah.
You're saying a good man acts in a certain way,
Or looks.
or like a she look.
Yeah.
Okay, for me, in my own opinion, I'll say if a lady probably gets very close to you, there are some things that you turn good to yourself. You get. There are some behaviors or some qualities that you think if this lady probably portrays this quality, they are good to you, and to other persons it might be very bad. You get. So just like, for example, I'm a lady, and let's say we have a conversation, we're having a conversation, and then let's say the way I talk to you, like it, not like, wow, I love that girl, or I like that girl. I just like her character, like she portrays something very good again. So to you, probably the way I've behaved or something, it's good to you. Then to other persons, it might not be good. You understand? So you can say a good woman can be derived from the way she behaves or from her character. You understand? So now you cannot say somebody is good without the person portraying some qualities. You understand? So if somebody must be good, that means there's a quality that person must bring out that will make you say that person is good. You understand?
Yeah.
So that's it.
Okay, other users said the word good is so confusing because what one person deems to be good could be totally lacking for someone else. Do you agree with that?
Absolutely, I agree with that 100%.
What about you?
Yeah, I do with that.
What are the reasons?
The reason why I agree with that is because your environment, the geographical area where you stay. Let's imagine, or let's take for example, people that live in the UK and people that live in Nigeria. There are some certain things that people that live in the UK does, and people that live in Nigeria does, that you will say this person is, this thing is bad, it's not good. But for people in the UK or in the US, they'll be like, wow, it's very good. You get. So for me, I'll say that the environment they said a man is a product of his environment. So
Okay.
I'll say the environment where you live determines some things that you do that makes people say this thing is good. For example, let's say the African tradition. There are some things that we do, they'll be like, this thing is not good, they don't, Yoruba people don't do this, so you understand. As Yoruba lady, don't do this, it's bad. But for the Igbos, they'll be like, all the marama. So you get, so they'll say something like that is good. So that's
Okay, thank you very much. Olamide Charles, why did you agree to that point?
Well, like I began by saying that for my first introduction that I believe that what is good to somebody else might just be terrible, outrightly terrible. Because in my perspective, I see life from 6 lenses, right? I see the first lens as God, the next as better, the next as good, and then the one that follows is evil, then we have bad, and we have worse. You see, these 6 lenses is what defines how I interact with what I either call good or evil. But if you look very closely to the list I just made mention of, there is good and there is evil, and they are very close by. What I'm trying to imply by that is the boundaries of good and evil are very subtle. Because you see, if I intend to poison somebody, and if I package that poison in a plate of feces, for instance, a human excreta or something, that is outright. Everybody knows that is wickedness. Anybody can associate with that, and you call that worse. People call it evil, but that's not evil. Evil must actually be shrouded in good to pass the test of evil. So if I intend to be evil and I want to poison somebody, what I would intend to do is to package a very beautiful piece or plate of food, either jollof rice, beans, or swallow, whatever it is that I know will appeal to the person's appetite, and then I can now stop my poisoning it. Because you see, at that level, you could see it as a good attempt to feed you, but then it's an evil attempt concocted by the person who is serving you to actually kill you. So what I believe is that sometimes, evil and good are actually bordering along a very tiny line. So I believe that everybody must be able to define what they understand by good and evil based on how that they're able to see the world in their own unique way. I hope I'm not too philosophical, but then I feel like this is my own spice and I'd rather hide that to life, right?
Well, I love that analysis. I love that philosophy of yours. Okay, before we continue, before we go on with other tweets that came in, some videos actually came in. I'm going to be looking at the video one after the other. Is it okay by you?
Yeah,
Okay, we'll just start with the first video that came in.
Hi, my name is Olele, and of course we are talking about how to know a good man. First of all, I like to think that the term good woman is relative, but even then there are some things that are just set in stone, that if a woman doesn't have these characteristics, then she needs to be questioned. For example, you need to be kind, you need to be compassionate, you need to be caring as a woman, generally as a human being, but we're talking about women now. You need to be kind, you need to be compassionate, you need to be caring, you need to know what you want. Very, very important. I feel people that know how to make decisions by themselves, people that very resourceful, people that match your vibe, because what is good for the goose is probably not good for the gander, but someone who matches your vibe, kind, compassionate, caring, available, resourceful, and basically loves you, that's a good man for you. Thank you.
Hello, good morning. I'm Wodo John Osita. I'm that boy who is privileged this morning to speak on a topic: how to know a good girl. Well, how to know a good girl? Proverbs chapter number 31 from verse 10 beginning. He said, now, for the price for a virtuous woman, her worth is far above rubies. Now, a virtuous girl, a good girl, has a worth. She has self-worth. Now, what are those self-worth? Self-worth of submissiveness, self-worth of self-esteem, self-worth of protecting her dignity. The dignity of a good girl must be protected. How to know a good girl? Is charity, they say, begins at home. How does a girl behave in the house? The way she behaves in the house determines how she would behave outside. A girl cannot treat you any much more better than the way she does to her siblings. A girl cannot treat you any much better than the way she addresses her parents at home. A girl cannot treat you any much more better than the way she she manages her siblings, her elder ones, the things that is placed under her care at home. So that is how to know a good girl. She's a good manager. A good girl is a good manager, and she must be submissive. Thank you.
Okay, those are the clips that I just played. We just played the two of them. When we come back from the break, you guys are going to trash the points laid down by the people in those clips, and we'll go back to other clips.
That's fine.
Thank you.
Femi, don't come at you by calling me a guy.
So, thank you guys. Thank you very much. Yeah, see you guys after the break. Okay, welcome back from that short break, viewers. Okay, we'll start with the lady first. Okay, from the two videos that played, the male and the female, what would you say you think about the points they gave?
Sorry, I didn't get your question.
The two videos that we played before the break, the male talking of righteous woman, this book of Proverbs, the female, what would you say are the points they gave? Do you agree with those points they gave, and what do you have to add to it?
Okay, yeah. I agree with the points. The guy, he went into the book of Proverbs 31, which actually talks about righteous woman. Now, from what I understand from what he said, or let me say my own, let me add my own points or from my own opinion, what I understand. Being a good lady and a righteous man. Now, a good lady or a good girl or a good woman, you have to be supportive, yes, to your partner, your spouse, or you have to be very, very supportive. Because now, a man, even the Bible said, a man will leave your parents as you cling onto another. You'll be of help to the person. You get, so you are going to be supportive as a good lady. You're not just there to add to their problem, but then you're going to be supportive. Help them, because a guy or a man, they love people that really, really support them. They love people that will help them, that will give them ideas, not just them trying to teach you everything. But then when you're able to bring out ideas as a lady, a man really respects you, and they'll be like, they want to be around you all the time. And another, a good woman nurtures. Yeah. Not all ladies can nurture, but a good man does. A good man nurtures. Like men, they are not very good at nurturing, or they cannot do all that. But a good woman, she would carry you, just like the way they take care of babies. A man does not even have that kind of patience. Before they carry the baby, don't carry your baby, no, you understand? But then a good woman, she will nurture even the husband family, our own immediate families, and people around that. She will take care of them, just take care of their personal needs. In fact, sometimes it's not even about personal needs. Encourage them and just like that. So that's my own few points and my own contribution.
Okay, that was an amazing one. Okay, Olamide Charles, before we went on the break, one I saw that brought out one of the tweets where someone said a good woman is not the way you look or the way you act. You guys trashed it as you talked of the philosophy, as you talked of the environment. Now, you as a man, okay, looking at a lady that has tattoos all over her body, since going with the point of not the way she looks, would you say that person, okay, she's a good woman or something?
Well, I think my first argument actually clarifies on that. She's a good woman depending on the quality or the kind of person that she intends to end up with.
Okay.
Right, so I don't think that there's so much to say about that.
But these lessons of our society, our parents, they don't want to see a lady. Yeah. Even a man with a tattoo on them, lots of a lady, they don't want to even believe that there is any atom of good in that lady. So are you saying that our parents are wrong from their perspective?
No, the thing is, I believe that the reason why our parents hammer on it the way they do is because certain behaviors are very descriptive of certain traits.
Okay.
Right? And much more than that, as society or as people who are living in a society, there are certain laws that govern the way we approach. And most of us, my name is Olamide Charles, I'm a child of God, I'm a Christian. So that means that many of what I associate or how I express myself in society is obviously an offshoot of whom I believe in, right? And that person I believe in has handed a book that governs the way I interact with other people, and that's the Bible, right? So whatever I would accept as good or not would actually be somehow related to scriptures, right? So when we say society, there are other societies where people also accept. In fact, there are some parents who, okay, now, before I even go in that direction, right, I want to clarify the notion that of what we think a tattoo is. I actually have parents who, let me just say, I know somebody who is like a Jewish wife who actually has a tattoo. But then what they call a tattoo there is not what we call tattoos now. Any form of inscription you have on your body is actually a tattoo, but the purpose for that inscription is what now differentiates it. So if the purpose for the inscription was for aesthetic pleasure, right, then it now refers to what you call a tattoo. But if it were for probably charms, amulets, for defensive mechanisms, or to cure or to heal people who had some kinds of recurrent diseases, then that would mean that the tattoo was serving another purpose. So I really don't know. I must first apologize again. I'm always being philosophical with my responses, but I believe that the reason why I'm on the show is because I should air my own views to the question, right? So apologies if you think I'm too philosophical, but then a woman with tattoo is neither good nor bad. It only depends on the purpose for which or why she has the tattoo on my body.
Okay, no problem. One of the messages that came last week, I wrote that the person said, I will say being a good woman isn't about always putting others above yourself or giving in. It is in the moral compass that you have, the empathy you display, and the way you love. Do you agree with that? Do you agree with that? Do you agree with that? Why you guys don't just agree on the same thing?
The person actually hit on strategic points that often respect any line.
Okay, no problem. We'll go through some of the other videos and let's see what you guys have to say about it also.
Alright.